being part of the nation. Come on. Just when you thought it was over with, hey, we about to get it started, baby. Let's get it. My circadian rhythm is trying to get back together, Cowboy Nation, in the land of opportunities and chances. Everybody must know it's time for the nation to speak. The name is Law Nation. Let's get it, baby. Come on. Come on.
What is your profession? This is Sparta!
Come on. They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation groove? Mama said there'll be days just like this. The name stays the same. Everything else may change. Come on. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation groove? And on top of that, Cowboy Nation, we never sleep. Come on. All right. Happy birthday to those who birthday this month. Happy birthday. Come on. All right. Let's get it. Come on. Turn up just a little bit. Yo. Come on. Right there.
I want me some glory hole.
Come on, Jerry. Yo. All right, baby. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter.
Live with your own failure.
Come on, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate you guys for jumping in. And we're going to get right to it. My observation and looking back at everything, I saw the Cowboy versions of showing 11 versus 11. A little later on, maybe I'll present the video early in the morning, my version of the 11 versus 11. That way you guys can see it from different angles and get to see more and more things that from a different point of view. All right. I spent 10 days out there in Cali. I was there for the opening deal there for the training camp. And I may do that every year now. I kind of like being out there and mingling and getting some information to you guys from my point of view, from my eyeballs, from my natural eyes out to you all. And it's all great. Law, you get a chance to check out that Zach Martin interview I sent you. Not yet, Coach Marv. I just got a chance I got home and the ladies took me out to eat. They treat me like a king today. And now they want to watch another movie. Uncharted, I think, is on Netflix. We're gonna watch that movie or what have you. We some late night rollers, but one thing I can tell you is that this team, as you guys look at the thumbnail, we may be in dire need of kickers, or this could just be the jelly bellies, right? We will find out more when the season or the preseason kickoff, or whether or not these guys can actually kick, make the kick, right? Good. We'll pay attention to that, man. Is it your birthday, Law? No, I'm born February the 2nd. I'm Aquarius, man. No. I would stay back. I'll stay in the womb if I was born around this time. No, I'll stay in there. I was like, nah, I had to come out in February. We got the best mind, But I feel you, man. Shout out to those. If y'all birthday is this month, shout out to you guys, man. Here's another thing that I want us to understand. I know we would like to do these things right here. We want another wide receiver, baby. We need another wide receiver. Before you kick the can on the guys that you got right now, you must figure out the type of wide receivers you got now. Noah Brown, he stepped up his game. I get it. We looking at these wide receivers and we're saying, hey, what about Will Fuller? Hey, what about T.Y. Hilton? Hey, what about Tupac? What about Biggie? Can we bring those boys up out of the grave? And I understand. I truly do. And then T.J. Vasher, guns up. Yeah, I feel you, Breed. Here's the thing about that. I look back and I review a lot of things, and I see Dennis Houston making the contested catches. Dak Prescott trusting him to get in rhythm. Sometimes you got to have a wide receiver to get you back in rhythm, right, after he threw the interception. And I can't wait. Shout out to you, Sadiqa. Thank you. She says, glad you made it home. Appreciate you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you so much for that. Yeah, so that clip will be prepared to you guys, and we will have that in the morning time. I'll give you guys those full clips there, and we will go over all of that. Especially what makes Dennis a vital point in his game is his cuts in and out of his breaks, right? And of course his quickness, his burst, his acceleration, his speed, or what have you at the top of his route. Those are things that we look at far as from my observation. But I want you guys to understand this too from a defensive aspect of it. On the defense, the guy that stood tall to me, his name is Sam Williams. I really like Sam Williams, Tristan Hill. Those two guys stood out on the defensive front. And then far as the linebackers, of course, Parsons is there. LVE been solid. My guy, J-Rock, if you want to count him as a linebacker or if you want to count him as a safety, he's been doing his thing. He's been the emotional and plus vocal leader of the defense. Let me repeat. Put the camera back on me because I want you guys to see me when I say this. And shout out to you, Queen, for the $20 donation. I put the camera back on me at the right time, I guess. I appreciate you so much for that donation, your love and appreciation there. Let me find my button here to showcase. Come on. I believe that still work. Hey, Law, thank God you made it home safely. It's past my bedtime. Got to work tomorrow. Here's a little something for you. Hard yet truly enjoyable work. Appreciate you. Yeah. I appreciate you. My circadian rhythm is still 8 o'clock in my mind, right? I'm going to have to get back on the time schedule one way or another. I'm still in Cali time, although I'm in Texas, but time is relative. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you, Coach, and as well as Lovey Brown. I appreciate you, BKN. Thank everybody for jumping in. Unseen Jenkins, Dennis Houston will impact this year. Will be an impact this year. Him and Tolbert. I do like Tolbert. Tolbert, he's been the quote-unquote other silent assassin that when you look at his skill sets from South Alabama and then you roll up all into one of what he brings to the table from a rookie perspective, we wish the world for him. And even if he can give us 63 receptions, 800 yards, that's a good situation for us. It could be even if Dennis can give us 600 to 700 or 800 yards. That's crazy, right? That's crazy for an undrafted rookie free agent, even for a rookie. I believe CD will get his the way they line him up. And then when you guys go back and look at the film, you would even see that my guy CD is of the capacity of taking the underneath routes. They rotate, they move them around, and then Kellen Moore is finally using 20 personnel, 21 looks, as well as some mixtures of some convertible. When I say convertible, 12 look because or ace formation. Reason why I say convertible, it's hard for me to say this, but I don't know the correct terminology of it because it's pretty much you can line them up. You may think it's 20, and then he can motion Tony Pollard inside the slot, and there's no longer 20, right? It goes to a 12 look. 11 personnel or your ace formation, depending on your tight end. So it's so many things that you can do with the emergence of Tony Pollard. Shout out to you, Terry Shorts, 2 tight end sets. Yeah, Jake. But my big one of my biggest things to go out there to take a look at was the tight end. I really wanted to dive into Jake Ferguson, his routes, his way he compete, how I point the ball, and I only got like small snippets for the first week of him doing some small things. In the second week, he's been battling with his hammy. The hammy been just jamming up on him. And my thing is, even with that, I really didn't see another tight end kind of like stood tall. It's still Blake. It's still, I'm about to say Blake. It's still Dalton Schultz. I hope Sean McEwen can step up and do his thing. But for right now, from my opinion, is Schultz. Sprinkles. Sean McEwen. Now, if you want me to go into the correct order, the starting tight ends for the Cowboys 2022 season would be Dalton Schultz and then Sean McEwen. Shout out to you, DT. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. And thank you, Veronica Gonzalez. Appreciate you for the 200 stars. I really appreciate you. I can see y'all stars now. Now that I'm back in my hotel. Now I'm back away from my hotel. Appreciate you. Run the ball is from Kenneth Richardson. Like I said, you got to run the ball with a plan. Right? You got to run the ball with a plan. I use the boxing analogy. Your jab is setting up for the haymaker. But people fail to realize you punch more with your legs. People fail to realize if you can just jab all day and if you don't have a plan or a proper pursuit to your fighting technique, oh, I'm just jabbing. No. You got to use your legs, right? You got to do counters. You got to be able to understand and study your opponent. Do they fake jab? Do they jab, or do they try to give you with the body? Are they a body snatcher type of fighter, right? Are they a defensive fighter? Are they the more of the objective of a counter fighter, right? There's multiple ways. An offensive fighter. Do they like to attack? Are they the aggressor? You got to contextualize everything when you get into a fight, and just by jabbing, you're not going to win. I can say, okay, if I jab Tyson to death in his prime, I can win. No, that won't happen. People fail to realize Tyson, as big as he was, he had a hell of endurance. That joker can move around in the field or in the ring. And if you're too tired, your tongue hanging out, most boxers lose not because of the strength, it's because of the endurance. Do their legs give out? Do they have the noodle legs? Are they dissipating? Are they partying too long, right? All of those things creep up. Manny, yo, Law, with what you've seen out there in Cali, can you give us a breakdown what you think about our 53-man roster? Will it look like? Thanks for everything you do, Cowboy Nation, Law Nation, stand up. This is from Manny.
Spartan! What is your profession?
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. You know, those boys, yeah. Here's my thoughts on this, Cowboy Nation. I did the way too early 53-man roster breakdown, right? And we talked about guys that we think that will make this team, guys that you would love to see on this team, etc. And one of the things that I can tell you, if I were to do my 53-man roster breakdown again, it would look a whole lot different. But what I want to do is I want to save some of those juices, and we'll wait until after the first preseason game, and maybe I do another 53-man roster breakdown, and I give you guys who I feel that will make this team where they would go offensive line heavy with 10, or will they go with 9 offensive linemen, or will they go with 10 or 11 D-line, or will they go with defensive fronts in general, or will they go with lesser numbers? We'll break that down. But just for right quick, I think that Dennis Houston making his team, Jalen Tolbert, of course, he's a shoe-in. I think that they will figure out ways for Turpin to make this team regardless. It's been forever and a day since the last time we had a specialist outside of CJ. You know, CJ, he's the specialist, like he's the gunner. Like he's been the heart and soul and passion as that. But he don't give any play on defense outside of a game about 2 years ago against the Philadelphia Eagles. They used C.J. Goodwin as the spy on Jalen Hurts in that game. Who remember that game, by the way? You know, and that's when the first time we seen C.J. on the field. How about Malik Bell, Lance? It's 50-50 with Malik Bell, and that's how good this defense been so far. Although there's no horrible film on him when we look at the tape or what have you, and there's no terrible tape on him, by the way. But what I'm saying is that they may figure out a way after a few games to stash him, right? They may do that because he is good. He blanket the DB. He's the blanket the tight ends or any of the wide receivers downfield, and he's been making some good plays. I need some more special teams out of him. Those guys is on the fringe aspect of it. They need to get real good, close relations with Johnny Bones. They do. They need to get real. They need to be talking to Johnny Bones like, hey, man, what's good? How you like your coffee? Oh, you want almond milk? I know a steam almond place. They can steam almond that milk, and I'll have it to you every morning. Oh, by the way, I would like to be in this formation. I would like to be in that formation. Semi, Kingdom Fit. Oh, my gosh, I left out Semi. Semi, the last 3 days, one can argue the last 4 days, Semi been stepping up so much, right? That it'll be absolutely hard for him not to make this team. And matter of fact of it all, Semi big play on Trayvon Diggs. If the Cowboys, put it like this, if the Cowboys are crazy enough, to breaking news, the Cowboys now release Simi Fehoko from the Cowboys. There will be 31 other teams picking up Simi. They will figure out a way to sign Simi on their team. And the reason being is because he is a taller wide receiver. He's a 4'3", 4'4" guy. And on practice, he burned Trayvon Diggs, the guy who had 11 interceptions. And before anybody say, well, you know, he give up a lot of plays anyhow. Well, bull sugar. That video clip did over 1 million views on PFF site. It done got to the psyche of Trayvon Diggs that he deleted his Twitter account. They would just get Semi just so they can say, hey, we got Semi. And it could be the Washington, it could be the Eagles, it could be the Giants, right? So I believe Semi got his spot on his team. Mick Knight says, what up, Law? Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your donation to help elevate this. Really appreciate you so much. Really do, man. Let me give you a... Gregory says, how has Ridgeway been looking? Oh, my goodness, man. It would take me 2-3 hours to really really talk about how glowingly I thought of him as well in this system. I truly believe that Dan Quinn is cooking up something magical with this defense, and it's scary at the point because when we look at everything, we would say to ourselves, is this really about to happen, Cowboy Nation? You got a defense, whereas that they are deep with the rotation. Like as soon as you figure out Osa moves, right? Gallimore come in. And as soon as Gallimore in, you have Tristan Hill in. And defense, you can rotate them. Defense, as soon as you figure out Fowler, he got a quick bend and he can get upfield. Now you got Sam in there. Now you have DeMarcus Lawrence rushing off of the opposite side. And as soon as you say, okay, we're going to chip, we're going to slide protection to that side of the field, they're going to bring Parsons down inside. So now you say, okay, well, Parsons, Mike, he's the Mike. And now you got Anthony Barr, who's actually Mike. So I want to be able to continue to have the versatilities of weapons. And even if it's Anthony Barr down the line, but for right now, it's J-Rock, or if it's LVE, or if it's any of the guys that come down in the box like a Donovan Wilson. He can be multifaceted. He can play down. He can play big nickel. He can play up high. So you got guys, and then I already showed you guys my tape on Malik Hooker, his film analysis of him playing everywhere down inside as well as on the roof. So you got a team with a lot of multifaceted abilities or versatilities on this team. I'm confident that Zeke will have 1,100 yards just from Richardson, or 1,200. Well, he had 1,000 yards last year. So if you get an extra 100 yards, well, I'm confident with you. But I really want to see Kellen Moore utilize both backs. My magical number is 25. One can argue 30, but my magical number is 25. I really want them to focus in on running just a little bit more. Run the ball, as they say, but with strategy. Yep, Kenneth Richard, but Paul is the slot. Yeah, if they know how to utilize and put them in those factors. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Let me see what we got here. I really do appreciate you. Tristan Hill on the 53. Yes, Bob. Tristan Hill been the catalyst of some of the defensive plays. Although you can't touch the quarterback, Tristan Hill been living in the backfield, right? And I know somebody going to argue and say, well, that explains the offensive line, Law. Well, the offensive line been solid too. Offensive line been solid as well. Just give these boys chances and time to really step up and elevate. Everything else work its way in and out as the right way possible. Cowboy Nation, it will. And its full capacity. Let me see if I get this right here. Bear with me right quick. Yeah. We're going to look at a few. We'll do it like that. We got it all. We got it all set up. That just updated. I'm migrating my film over from my laptop to my spaceship over here, and I can tell you it looking sharp already, baby. So what I will have first thing in the morning will be the migrations of the film analysis of the 11 versus 11. I won't say day 11 or was it day 10? Day 11. So we will have that together, Cowboy Nation. I wanted to just jump out here real quickly. I know it's 10:42. I know a lot of you guys about to hit the snooze, but I just want to tell you guys that unfortunately there's been a guy that a lot of people been asking about, and they wanted to check on him. And I said to myself, all right, I'll check on him when I get back, because I know a lot of people have been saying, Lord, how has he been doing, man? And let me hear the news report from Philadelphia. Breaking news.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles, fly. Still Super Bowl chance for that.
I can't make this up, man. They said, Lord, man, you got to check on your boy Monty, man. I said, man, I don't have no reports, man. I don't have no reports. So the moment I got back, man, the Philadelphia Eagle report line hit my line. They said, look, man, they got Monty. Monty is back, baby. My God, Monty, man.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh, man! I knew I was gonna make somebody laugh.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
I knew I was gonna get Monty. Monty, I couldn't help but to.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
Oh my gosh, man! Appreciate everybody for jumping in. I truly do, man. Thank those who supported me while I was in Oxnard, California, and thank those who shared this content and subscribe along the way, man. We doing some unbelievable things. I got some more things that's up my sleeve and inside my beard that I'm gonna pull out. But Cowboy Nation, be sure to hit that like, tell a friend or a neighbor where to go when they want to tune into Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. But even if you're Monty, it's okay. You said you know who the better team, and we already know. We understand, right? And even for those who are in the Washington Commanders crew, as well as the Giants, I can't wait to see y'all too. Yep. Cowboy Nation, let's stay focused. Let's stay rooted in. And on top of that, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all of the things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scargasity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famine, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want. If dogged and grim and besiege and besetting, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you will get it. Let's go, baby. Come on, let's get it. Yeah. We about. Shout out to everybody, baby. Thanks for all of the support. Shout out to you, iRock. Shout out to you, Donald White. Martin, appreciate you. Eric Willis, not Patrick, but I appreciate you. Let's get it. Yep.
Nowadays,
Unseen Jenkins, Darren Thorpe, Manny, and McKnight.
I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you down in my management, I'm swimming up a way till I overdose the numbers.
Let's get it, baby.
Talk of the time when you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things in your pockets, though. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble, cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up.
Shout out to my guy Sketch. Shout out to Coach. And shout out to Hustle, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. From hard hitters. Let me see some hard hitters in the chat, man. Let me see hard hitters all down the chat, baby. Come on. I want to see hard hitters everywhere, baby. Come on.
I get paid on rainy days.
On rainy days, baby. Come on.
I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away.
Come on.
In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale.
Not
Put this
ours,
on the market
baby.
for the low. Who the realest, we might never know.
Come on, y'all
All this
know
acting,
who
you
it
gon' play a
is.
role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up.
If you're watching all the way to this point and you didn't hit that like button or share his content, come on, man. Come on, man. What are you thinking? What are you doing?
Shame. Shame.
Come on, man. You gotta get it together. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's slow it down for everyone. Good night, man. Let me slow it down for everyone. Come on. Shout out to you, Bob. Let's boogie. Let's roll. Hard hitters. Hard hitters. Hard hitters. Hard hitters. Let's get it. Come on. Carabay.
Because you don't have evidence that something doesn't exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
For you, don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Hard hitters, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Thank you, baby.
The absence of evidence is not evidence. It's myth.
Shout out time, too. Shout out to you, Donna White. I am awake. Are you? My dog, what's good?
Whatever you do.
Wait for rain, you gotta deal with the mud.
Hit that hard hitter. Hit that like button, hard hitter. I want y'all to hard hit that like button. Come on. And another one. My guy Choctaw, Montana, holding it down. 808. Come on.
7 wonders all in one. All in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Come on.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
We say,
don't let the street lights hit you.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Play it too. I'll follow wherever you go.
come on, let's get it, baby.
Play it too.
Thief! Stop! Thief! Come back! Thief! Thief! Stop!
Then forever doesn't feel that far.
Another one.
So far, if a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So
Execute Order 66.
If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
We about.